Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your full moon in Sagittarius reading. It's good for any placement of Sag in your tropical natal astrology chart. But as always, please keep in mind, this isn't a personal reading meant for just one person, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. This is just the overall energy for your zodiac sign in any placement that I'm picking up on at this time. Please subscribe to both of my channels. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I read for you here on both of my channels called Soma Chandra Tarot and Soma Chandra Libra, so subscribe to both channels so you know when I do read for you. The link to my website is down in the description below as well if you're looking for a private reading. All right, let's begin. A lot of focus on the Pentacle realm and getting out of illusion about some stuff, needing to know that some really beautiful new opportunities are coming in. I see your focus in a lot of different places, but I think that you are holding on to a vision. So June 14th is your full moon in Sagittarius. It represents endings of long journeys and really allowing for the new energy to come in that your planet Jupiter is pulling you towards. I was just telling Libra, Jupiter doesn't push us towards something. Saturn kind of does that. Mercury kind of does that. I feel like your Jupiter energy is pulling you towards an expansion. So it's really important to ride the wave and really be open to the newness. You guys are very good at that. This should feel really comfortable to you. On June 15th, Mars is conjuncting with Chiron in Aries. So it's a really great opportunity the next couple of days to have healing in the form of having this new lease on life. It is important right now to be aware that some people, there's a chance that we could hurt rather than help. So really focus on your new lease on life and your new journeys. Keep things really short, sweet, and simple in important and serious relationships. And be mindful of your own healing journey versus another person's healing journey. I think you are pretty self-focused at this time. Activations for you. Your consciousness is optimism and an event is milestone. I have creative endeavor at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, true love is coming down here too. So some of you in the middle of the month will find yourselves in the middle of participating in a creative endeavor. This is really great. I love that for you. You guys are the very creative fire sign, often very artistic and creative Sagittarius. You're our creative solution people. I love it. Very optimistic at this time. The full moon is bringing in all this optimism. I have the sun and justice on the table, but I feel like there may be a delay and some kind of a milestone that you're trying to reach. You don't seem too stressed out about it. You're going to maybe work with some other people in a creative way, or maybe just yourself, starting with a blank slate in order to help you reach a milestone, but it is around the corner at this time, which I think is good for you. I think you're focused on a milestone. Astrology activations that the full moon are bringing in. There will be a focus on the 11th house. That's my favorite house. I was like, oh, that's my favorite. I love the 11th house. And the 4th house, which is about your home and the roots of your being. You will be focused on home and home life in the middle of the month. You may be thinking spending time with your parents or your children, feeling comfy and cozy at home. You may feel very nostalgic at this time, which is, I'm hearing sweet. I also hear because the 11th and the 4th house are coming out and Virgo's at the bottom of the deck. Some of you may go to like an open house in your neighborhood or your community, and some of you may join like a local gardening group or a group effort in your neighborhood, which would be really nice. We'll talk about the Virgo energy in a minute. The 11th house is really a place where the cosmos does grant wishes and you feel very lucky, and it's about friends and social occasions and really having an opportunity to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that share common ideals and goals and interests. This is great. Some of you have a choice to like do some things socially versus at home. You may do them in your home, which is nice. Dutiful energy is definitely surrounding you mid-month. This energy is like requiring you to do quite a bit of work, but it's hesitant and humble, and it does have a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So There may be some tough work, hard work that you have to do that I'm hearing just requires you to roll up your sleeves and just nose to the grindstone and just do it. Yeah. Hard work, rolling up your sleeve. It's a time of duty. It's a time of humility. It's a more relaxed energy for you as well. I think that you could be very meditative when you work, in particular around your home or in your yard. And then also just really being able to enjoy friends and social occasions. Some of you may feel very lucky at this time, and there will be some wishes granted despite this milestone not quite being reached. A lot going on for you in the tarot with the full moon. I like to use the after tarot. One of my guides told me this morning in meditation, you haven't done a new moon or a full moon reading in a while. Do full moon readings. Before tarot is for new moon, after tarot is for full moon for the rest of the year. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I started with you guys. So at the center of everything is Cancer energy, Cancerian energy, the Chariot. They wanted 3 clarification. The moon in reverse. They wanted me to read all in the upright for you guys. I didn't want to, but they said to. And if anything wants to be in reverse, it will be. The moon did want to be in reverse. It flew into the reverse. The Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. Now I have quite a few court cards here. I have a King and a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Wands. These could be different aspects of you or people around you. I definitely think that there's travel, possibly. GPS of your soul really needs to be turned on here. The Chariot is about success and victory and a driving force within you. Possible travel, possible relocation. Definitely a good time to leave things in the rearview mirror that need to be there. Planning for this. I feel a drive within you and a lot of forward motion. And I think that you're able to do this because there was something maybe holding you back that was very heavy. There might have been some illusion, delusion, an insecurity, a vagueness. Things had not been as they seemed. There was maybe a moodiness, an emotional feeling. I always say the moon in reverse is not the sun in the upright, but wait, we do have the sun in the upright. So things that you were confused about are going to get really clear and feel really optimistic and positive mid-month. So slowly coming out of this emotional, worrisome time, some of you are really going to be looking at your belongings, your valuables, memories. I think some of you are going to be very focused on not only health and wellness, but the material realm. You could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's a lot of grounded energy here. You could be spending time with and visiting this earth sign possibly. Or that's just you. There's a huge focus on work, duty area of your life. 6th house, 2nd house, activation, money, work. I see. You see what's most valuable to you here. You're moving into a time of calm waters. You're finishing up some kind of important pivotal transition. And with a lot of drive. Some of you may buy or sell a vehicle or travel. Yeah. What's driving you from the deep past that may be influencing you right now? This could also be going on around you. Keep that in mind with people around you. The 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. You know, I just read for Libra and they got some 7s as well. So there is some karma and cause and effect energy to be aware of. Watch out for karma and cause and effect energy that you had happen in the past coming up again. You may see like a footprint of it or like a trace of it in your current energy. 7 of Wands to the 7 of Swords. I think for quite some time, you guys felt like you were in situations where you actually had to get out of them very, very carefully and act upon your own behalf. And I also think that you felt the need to constantly defend yourself. Like your point wasn't coming across. I also think that you were on the hill for a while watching a lot of Shenanigans, and then you finally jumped down in it. But it was something that you felt like you needed to do. I think that you have felt the need to defend yourself, and then you were like, wait, there's nothing stopping me from just taking my shit and leaving. And sometimes that's like we have to act upon our own behalf. Seven of Swords is it's not show friends, it's show business. I'll be honest with myself, but I don't have to be honest with you, and I gotta go. And I think that you feel like you don't have to do that anymore. It's starting to get better with that. But you still might feel like that sometimes. Recent past or deep within, all Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. This could be an aspect of you or someone around you that's showing up in your aura and your energy. I can see that some of you are really, really concerned about finances and resources. This is Taurus energy. Look at this bull bowing to him. He loves this bull. Some of you have a pet that you really, really love. It could be a large animal. But this represents your fortune. This represents this grounded energy, this very practical energy, king of the coin. You really want to maintain the karmic empire, but you have often felt like you could barely do that. And you might have had a lacking mindset and been very worried, or this person was very worried. Be mindful of yourself and other people living beyond their means. And I'll tell you why. It's like it was here, but always a constant worry. The reason I say, like, watch out for being like a slave to money or feeling chained to it in some way, or this anxiety about lifestyle and assets in particular. Because this Queen of Pentacles is sort of looking at what's really most important to me. I'll take that with me, but the rest needing to leave it behind. And the reason I'm just going to skip right to your emotions mid-month is 2 nines. So a transcendence, but not a completion. The Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you had been in a situation that you felt like you had to stay in because there was a lot there, but it might have been to your detriment, especially with the Devil showing up. Some of you might have been or been connected to someone that was only doing what they were doing. Oh, there's no other easy way to say it, for like stability or for the money. And there's this anxiety about this, like having it all and earning it all on your own, but very worried about it. Very, very worried about maintaining a lifestyle, or perhaps the cost of living where you are, where you may be going. You may have to shift your money mindset, because this Five of Pentacles could simply be a mindset. Like, oh my God, I have so much in this situation, but the nine, having a lot is important to me, and I'm really stressed out about that. Yeah, there's going to be concerns about money, possibly, and assets and resources, wills, estates, even possibly, although I'm not getting an 8th house activation, but I am getting a 4th house activation. Some of you may have to do something with your home or with your budget that will stress you out. You may have to shift the money mindset. You may feel like you have to act upon your own behalf. This may be an argument with other people that you've had before about what you're doing in this situation. Interesting higher self advice. The angel and the devil, midnight in the garden of good and evil. This is what your guides are asking you to think about all the time. Like, this is your advice from the highest version of yourself. The devil and temperance. Some of you are just going to spend time with a Capricorn, okay? And it could be nice, actually. But when these two cards come together, it's apparently the middle of June with this full moon is a really good opportunity to make sure you're very in balance in the way you satisfy yourself, your desires, wants, and needs as a human being, and bringing that into balance. Some of you will feel very consumed by desire for something. And there is a need to be calm and patient and balanced and determine the purpose. You may feel like you have a little devil on one shoulder and a little angel on another at different times. The devil is Capricorn, and it teaches us to work hard and play hard. And temperance is asking you to be reasonable. So those two things will need to be thought about at all times to make decisions in particular, I think, about yourself, and especially in regards to money and assets and home. But your action for mid-June is the sun and justice. Well, you're just bringing all the justice and you're bringing all the light. I think you're turning all the lights on in the stadium right now for yourself and a lot of other people. I think that you are bringing your optimism with you wherever you go. Some of you are going to buy a flag for your front yard for 4th of July coming up. I'm also hearing that you may get a really good answer on a contract or a deal or something going on at work. Something may really go your way in a court of law as well. Something to do with lower courts. There'll be a lot of positivity. I think you'll feel really good about it. I think that you have a choice to make, and you will be making a choice that is very clear and brings a lot of happiness in. Very much so, which is good. Something about a courthouse as well. I'm hearing some of you are going to take a walk in a downtown historic district, and it's really beautiful, and you'll be around a courthouse. It could be just something as simple as that. The way you see yourself right now, 2 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I see this happening either at work, in your local community, or possibly at, for some reason, like the gym. Some of you are actually going to start doing like mixed martial arts training or jujitsu or fencing or something like that. And you're going to put a lot of work into it. That's a positive message I'm hearing. Also, some of you are being asked to be a fair judge and jury and bring a lot of positivity to a situation where there's been quite a bit of opposition. You and someone else may clash at this time. Some of you are at a bit of an impasse and have a choice, a difficult choice to make in regards to what you're putting your efforts into and work. But I'm generally sensing that it's just maybe if it's negative, it's an opposition. You may cross swords with someone else at this time. Or you're seeing this go on around you, like 2 people around you arguing about their point of view. And you're like, if you just look at the blueprints or look at the computer or look at the details, I can fix this by hand. You may be ignoring clashing competitive energies around you. Sages usually do that. I mean, you might be around some really negative influences right now with the devil possibly, and you'll be tempted, but you're going to deal with it because maintaining this optimism is really important to you. Hidden factors that you're not aware of, the Star and the Ace of Pentacles. This could be a new job or an engagement or a home. I love that. You're definitely at a time where luck is on your side with this beetle, and you have planted a seed and it will manifest and grow into an abundance. So if you're worried about anything you're losing, you have enough is what they're saying. And that have hope that anything that you're stressed out about or worried about, with money, finances, resources, that anything you may think you're going to lose, if you lose it, it will come back to you. And it will create a sense of renewal and freedom as well. In particular with work. Like if you have a choice to make about work, Spirit's saying you could come into alignment with your own soul if you actually chose a different path. And it would be more prosperous, because I can see that prosperity is very important to you and you're a bit stressed about it right now. But you have a vision. You have a vision and you're going to pour your heart into it. Oh, good conversations too. You could see a younger water sign perhaps in a park, or about a home with the 4 of Wands here. I see you being very creative and romantic and charming and energetic, or you have that romantic energy around you. I see you kind of drinking from your own cup at this time, which I think is cool. But you are a grand visionary right now. Your final outcome for the middle of the month is the King of Wands and the 3 of Wands. This could be another fire sign that you are having a long distance relationship with, or that's you. Someone could be waiting for you. You could be waiting for them. I mean, you guys are the Three of Wands. What dreams may come. That's what I think of, Sagittarius. What dreams may come. You're very focused on your vision right now. Some of you really see yourself in this creative, dynamic, powerful, passionate role of leadership in your own life. Definitely animal totems for mid-month are salamander, eagle, beetle, and dragon. But you're going to have to slay your dragons and your worst case scenario fears about money, property. Yeah, it's like this happiness and this justice coming in for you. I think you know that if you work hard now and you're very discriminating and you put in the elbow grease where it's necessary, it'll all like, it's giving way to this new vision for yourself, or perhaps a relationship of some kind with someone that matches your energy. And again, it's just definitely this time to let good luck in. Wishes could be granted, but you have to get out there in the social occasions with friends. Definitely focus on your fourth house as well. I think some of you will set up like an art studio or something in your home, or redo your office, and it's going to be so much more creative. Working on this milestone so close. You have a lot of creative drive at this time. You could also have some really productive conversations about what you're pouring into as well. It's just going to fuel your creative energy and help you get to the milestones. But make sure like you have balance here and address your money mindset and a budget for sure. And let new in. Anything you lose, you will get back. Just know that, Sag. All right, Sagittarius, that's your full moon and Sag reading for June 14th. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. The link to my website is down in the description below as well for private readings. And don't forget to subscribe to both channels, Soma Chandra Tarot and Soma Chandra Libra. I read for you on both channels. I'm always listening to for the universe for you, Sag. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.